Welcome back. Who do you think would win in a fight between Ghost Rider and Darkseid today? The confrontation between Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, and Darkseid, Lord of Apokolips, will be a cosmic battle where two entities of divine and dark power collide. Both are powerful symbols in their worlds. Ghost Rider, after making a real deal with the devil, Johnny Blaze traded his soul to save his father's life. As a result, he was forced to merge with a demonic entity and became the host of Mephisto, a demon from hell, whose mission is to punish sinful souls. Ghost Rider possesses a terrifying array of supernatural abilities, including super strength, super speed, super durability, super reflexes, regenerative abilities, magical perception, the ability to sense the nature of good and evil, purify souls, erase karma, manipulate hellfire, create hellish structures, summon firestorms, control demonic vehicles, manipulate souls, absorb soul energy, teleport, and resist damage. One of Ghost Rider's most powerful weapons is his mystical chains that can stretch indefinitely and cut through anything. Ghost Rider also possesses the Penance Stare, a supernatural ability that can force anyone who looks into his eyes to suffer all the pain they have caused others throughout their lives. This causes the victim to sink into extreme suffering and can lead to death of both body and soul. With this terrible power, Ghost Rider can punish the wicked in the most brutal ways, even capable of sucking their souls to execute the justice of hell. Ghost Rider once demonstrated incredible strength when using hell chains to cut a building in half in the blink of an eye. Ghost Rider once used hellfire, a supernatural fire capable of burning souls, to defeat the Hulk, one of the most powerful entities in the universe. His healing ability also reached extraordinary levels, clearly demonstrated by his complete regeneration even after having his head blown off. The Hell Cycle. Ghost Rider's demonic motorcycle possesses superhuman speed, able to move faster than Mjolnir, Thor's legendary hammer. In terms of overall strength, Ghost Rider is said to be comparable to Thor, a mighty god of Asgard. One of his most dangerous weapons is the Penance Stare, which was powerful enough to fatally wound Doctor Strange, one of the Marvel Universe's greatest sorcerers. Ghost Rider's resistance to damage is almost unparalleled. He survived a combined attack from the entire Avengers, Earth's most powerful superheroes. Not only that, he has also shown extraordinary fighting skills, accurately shooting a bullet with his teeth. Despite his incredible power, Ghost Rider still has significant weaknesses. Holy weapons can severely damage him, weakening or even nullifying his infernal powers. Another weakness is that if Ghost Rider sets foot on holy ground, such as in a church, Johnny Blaze will immediately lose his powers, reverting back to human form and completely helpless against his enemies. Ghost Rider is not only an Avenger, but also the supreme judge of evil, a demon of justice, the embodiment of divine judgment for sinful souls. With just a glance, he can make those who deserve punishment feel the full wrath of hell. Ghost Rider possesses incredible strength, enough to confront the most powerful entities in the Marvel Universe. Thanks to the power of the Spirit of Vengeance, he not only has extraordinary endurance and healing, allowing Ghost Rider to be on par with the strongest warriors, including the Hulk, who has unlimited strength, and Thor, the Asgardian god of thunder. With a formidable array of skills, such as Hellfire, the Punishing Gaze, and the ability to manipulate souls, remember to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon, and turn on notifications to watch the earliest videos. Thank you. The Darkness, the Rise of Darkseid. After absorbing the mystical energy from the Omega Effect, Prince Uxas transformed into Darkseid, the supreme despot of Apokolips. With the ambition to dominate the universe, he became one of the most powerful entities in the DC multiverse. Darkseid possesses a series of supernatural abilities, including limitless physical strength, superhuman durability, extraordinary speed, extremely fast combat reflexes, immortality, body regeneration, resurrection, multi-dimensional space manipulation through boom tubes, space gate, controlling objects with thoughts, time travel, telepathy, reality manipulation, body size change, and genius intelligence. His greatest fear is the Omega Effect, which allows him to use Omega beams, destructive energy weapons fired from his eyes. Unlike any other energy beam, Omega beams can change trajectory at will, track targets with absolute precision, and erase enemies from existence. These blazing lasers are not just tools of slaughter, but also the embodiment of pure hatred, an ultimate weapon capable of destroying even gods. Between his destructive power, strategic intelligence, and ability to manipulate the universe, Darkseid is not just a common invader, but the embodiment of oppression and destruction, an inevitable threat to the entire multiverse. Darkseid's Omega beams possess absolute precision, never straying from their course, and can instantly disintegrate targets at the molecular level. More than just weapons of destruction, they also possess the ability to manipulate reality, forcing victims into an alternate dimension known as the Omega Sanction. The Omega Sanction is a terrible punishment that forces those afflicted to endure countless reincarnations. However, each new life becomes more brutal and desperate, forcing the victim into an endless cycle of suffering until they fall into a state of eternal personal hell. After absorbing the infinite power of the Omega effect, Darkseid has transcended the concept of a physical entity and become the pure embodiment of tyranny and destruction. His true form exists in a dimension beyond normal reality, while what appears to his enemies are merely avatars he sends out to manipulate the universe. To consolidate his power, Darkseid created the ultimate fighting machine, capable of destroying the entire Justice League. With just a single backhand blow, he was able to defeat Wonder Woman, an Amazon warrior blessed with divine power. His Omega beams were so powerful that they could defeat the Silver Surfer in just one blow, something very few cosmic entities could do. Not only possessing terrible physical strength, Darkseid also has a superhuman will and intelligence, capable of possessing and manipulating the spirits of 3 billion beings at once, turning them into tools to serve his absolute will. Darkseid can seal souls, the clearest proof of which is when he imprisoned Cyborg Superman's soul inside a marble, making it impossible for him to escape. Darkseid's reflexes are superhuman, with processing and reaction speeds faster than a millisecond. His ability to unleash destructive energy has also reached terrifying levels, enough to incinerate Kalibak, his own son, with just a touch, showing absolute, overwhelming power. A punch from Darkseid can even temporarily disable Superman, something very few opponents can do. Darkseid still survives the combined attack of a Green Lantern, an energy source capable of restructuring reality and controlled by the strongest will in the universe. His cosmic level of endurance, combined with his unparalleled physical strength and ability to manipulate reality, make Darkseid not only a tyrant, but also a being beyond godhood. Despite his power far surpassing that of most beings in the universe, Darkseid is not invincible. One of his fatal weaknesses is radion, a rare metal that can destroy the biological structure of the new gods, and can even cause serious damage or death, even to immortal beings like himself. However, what can be considered Darkseid's greatest weakness lies not only in the matter that can harm him, but also in his absolute arrogance. He believes himself to be the most powerful being in existence, unbeatable, and this stubborn belief sometimes causes him to underestimate potential threats. Despite this, Darkseid is not far from the truth of absolute domination. His invincibility, though not absolute, was enough to make even the most powerful beings in the universe fear his authority. Darkseid stood majestically on the balcony of his dark palace, observing Apokolips, the fiery planet, engulfed in a sea of fire and ashes of destruction. His gaze was cold and commanding, as if contemplating some grand plan. Suddenly, a violent explosion of demonic fire tore through the air behind him, signaling the appearance of an entity from the abyss of hell. Ghost Rider appeared, eyes blazing, soul filled with rage, riding the Hell Cycle, his demonic motorcycle. With terrifying speed, he charged forward, facing the Lord of Apokolips head-on. Darkseid did not flinch. With a lightning-fast movement, he reached out, broke Ghost Rider's hellish chains, and threw him into the air with terrible force. Ghost Rider was sent flying through the palace's solid walls, crashing through the massive black stone, before crashing to the burning ground. Without delay, Ghost Rider summoned the flames of hell, ghostly pillars of fire rising around Darkseid, as if to burn his soul. The flames glowed brightly, emitting a dark energy that could burn even the most sinful souls. However, Darkseid remained still, unaffected. Darkseid raised his hand, his eyes glowing with destructive energy before releasing his signature weapon, the Omega Beam. The Crimson Beam flew in an unpredictable trajectory, hitting Ghost Rider with overwhelming force. The attack was so fierce that it forced the vengeful spirit to his knees, feeling pain he had never felt before. But before he could counterattack, Ghost Rider suddenly found himself bound by an invisible force. Darkseid, with his power to manipulate matter with his mind, tightened the space around Ghost Rider, rendering him unable to move. Space seemed to twist, according to the will of the Lord of Apokolips, and with a light wave of his hand, Darkseid threw Ghost Rider into the air as if he were nothing more than a useless puppet. The tremendous speed sent Ghost Rider flying straight towards a nearby ancient church. As he collided with the wall blessed by the divine power, he screamed in pain. His demonic body began to shake. The hellfire gradually died down, and Ghost Rider slowly returned to the human form of Johnny Blaze, completely stripped of his supernatural powers. Darkseid stepped forward, his eyes filled with contempt, his voice resounding with absolute pride. My psychic abilities have helped me realize your fatal weakness to holy weapons and holy land, a pathetic and pitifully easy to exploit vulnerability. On the contrary, I do not possess such a trivial flaw. That's why you can't defeat me. He used his telepathic powers to throw a couch at the vulnerable Johnny Blaze. Johnny dodged it and jumped off the ground to try to smash the church window. But before he could smash the tainted glass, Darkseid used his telepathic powers to stop Blaze. He suddenly fell to the ground. As he lay on the shattered couch, he saw the gargoyle statue crumbling right above Darkseid's head. If Ghost Rider had the chance to use Penance Stare, Darkseid would have to endure all the pain he had inflicted on countless worlds. However, Darkseid could be immune due to his lack of remorse or fear. What do you think about this fight? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all very much.